You ever wished your objects would show you exactly what you want? Well, luckily for you, there is a select object commandlet. Today on PoshBytes, we're going to look at creating custom properties right in the pipeline with select object. Think of it as an Instagram filter for your objects, but it affects the object's properties instead of your self-esteem. Let's start simple and just pick a few built-in properties like you're choosing a snack. Boom, clean output, no fuss, no awkward small talk. Now, let's take it a step further and compute something on the fly. Get child item commandlet returns file size in bytes. Let's convert those to megabytes and round it, because I'm sorry, even after all these years, 10,945,675 bytes doesn't really mean much to me. And there you have it. The object does the math, so you don't have to. However, it's not quite perfect yet. Notice the column is named after the expression. Good luck calling that later in your script. So let's label it. By adding the name and expression keys, you can give your new column a proper label. So the data doesn't turn up wearing a name tag that just says, "Hi, I'm column." Or worse, I'm a big long command that makes no sense out of context. Chef's kiss. Nicely labeled, converted to megabytes with 2 decimals, and no messy brain calculations needed. Select object expressions are just script blocks, which means you can run nearly anything inside of them. However, just because you can, doesn't always mean that you should. It's powerful, but can be dangerous, like giving a teenager a sports car. So what's wrong here? Well, besides being terribly inefficient and most likely a huge memory hog, there is no error handling. Now, a brief public service announcement about errors. As you know, you cannot divide by 0. In all cases, this will error, except when used inside of select object expressions. Well, technically, it does still fail. You just won't know about it. Here, the expression errors during the selection. The result, your pipeline hands you a majestic gift of nothing. Null output. The universe abhors a vacuum, and select object just made one. So be aware of this when using select object. If you see null output, check yourself, or your expressions. So, display custom output. Output new columns. Name them. And for heaven's sakes, only divide by a number that can actually be divided. And remember, select object, because your objects deserve a makeover montage. Found this useful? Hit the like. If you'd like me to cover related topics, like handling these errors inside of calculated properties or debugging expressions, let me know in the comments. As always, subscribe for more PowerShell Bytes every week. And remember, all commands from this and all other videos are available at douse.dev.